She's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. What's going on, everybody? Cool pod tonight. Look at this thing. Just a beautiful, beautiful mustard pod. So this is a new pepper for me. This is a pepper I've never even heard of. I haven't seen anybody review it, talk about it, anything. So it's called the OMG Ghost Scorpion. And this pod was grown by Cory Caddell, great grower. I've never had pods from him other than the Gator Jigsaw BBGs that I reviewed yesterday, but he sent me a handful of new varieties, so we're kind of diving into them. This one, she looks mean. She looks real mean. So I asked him, I said, is it really called OMG Ghost Scorpion, right? And he said, yeah. So he gave me a little bit of feedback, because I couldn't find anything on this pepper. This pepper seeds come from Brian Townsend, who's another master grower. Been in the chili game for a long time, from just since I've been in it. And I guess these are from seeds that he was isolating from his Butterscotch Ghost Scorpion cross. So it was kicking out pods, I'm guessing, that looked like these, that he saved seeds from. Cory Caddell, who I got this from, got those seeds and started growing it, and Brian Townsend named it the OMG Ghost Scorpion off of the Butterscotch Ghost Scorpion. Now, I've never had a Butterscotch Ghost Scorpion, but this kind of has a butterscotch appeal to it. And when I first, I've never had one of those pods, so when I first heard that name too, Butterscotch, I immediately went to a pod that is kind of like that greenish gold, somewhere in between, right? But I think that I would think Butterscotch is going to be more toward the gold side of pepper variety than a mustard side. I'm not sure. If that's the case, we're in for a ride, because golden pods for me burn pretty wicked. One of the hottest pods to date still that I've ever had in my life was a Golden Reaper. And it was 4 years ago or something. I don't even remember, and I don't remember who I got it from. I'd have to look back, but just fucking mean. You don't see a lot of golden pods. You know, last year I had the mustard primatali. Some people were calling it the golden primatali. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll give this thing a crack. This was 11 grams. What she weighed. Beautiful, beautiful monster pod. Beautiful color. Video doesn't do it justice, but it's full on mustard. You know, it's enough jabbing. Look at that stinger. Look at the tail on this thing. Oh, she's mean. Cheers, friends. I love the pods that look like that. This thing's no joke. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat this one. It's got my throat. It's like a gagging reflex coming. I don't know. This is the hottest mustard pod I've ever had. It's got a weird burn to it. I don't know if I can get the rest of this down. Some water would help for sure, because the stomach's actually feeling okay. It's the throat. Guys, this thing's wicked. This thing's mean. This one's tested me hardcore. I didn't expect this, because it's a mustard pod. I feel like if I stop now, I'll be able to keep this down, because it's not burning that bad. But every time I swallow back, I'm getting a gag reflex coming. And I'm fighting it, and it's almost like if I give into that, I could throw up, even though my stomach isn't like cramping or really, you know, it's weird. But I'm gonna stop talking for a couple minutes in hopes that I can get this to die down just enough to finish this. Maybe not. It's earthy, it's bitter. It's a weird burn profile, how it's attacking the body. Let me see what this does. I don't think so. This is reminding me a lot of that Mustard Reaper, or Golden Reaper I ate years ago. This is brutal. I was not expecting this from a mustard. I've never had a mustard burn me like this, ever. Only single pod burns that have burnt me like this are red and chocolate pods. And that Golden Reaper. That's it. This is a weird fucking burn. Like right now I feel great. I feel okay. But every so often during the burn here, I get this. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. There it is again. It's weird. Wow. This is fucking crazy. I was not expecting any of this. Cory, if you catch this video, fucking hey. This is one of the toughest, hottest pods I've ever had in my life. It is by far, without a question, no doubt, the hottest mustard pod. I ate 2 mustard golden primatalis, whatever that you want to call them, last season. Two burnt me about like what this is doing to me right now. And they were big like this. I'm really having to pace myself on this. Fuck. I still got all the placenta left. I don't know. Come on, baby, you got this. A lot of people would be like, dude, just stick the rest of that in your mouth, chomp, chomp, swallow. But the amount of capsaicin oil in this, I know you couldn't see it, I never cut it open. Half the time you can't see that shit on video anyway. Kicked up with the amount of saliva this thing's creating. And what it's doing to the throat. Creating that gag reflex right in here. It'd be almost an instant boot for me, I think, if I tried to just finish it like that. Because the burn in the mouth is not fucking hurting. That's not what's going on here. I'm not even battling stomach cramps right now. It is It's all throat burn, but what it's doing to the throat is I'm swallowing that saliva and that capsaicin oils back, and it's like, it's not coming back up, but it's creating a, like that, a sensation of wanting to, and then causing me to kind of gag a little bit. I don't know how else to describe this. I've had this kind of, but not quite to this level. We're gonna go in little bites here. I apologize, fam, but I'm hell-bent on getting this fucking pepper down and keeping it down. Yeah, the oils in this are, it's so bitter and so sour and so, I don't mind the flavor, but it's so much. The only other way I could describe this, and I've never done this, but I would imagine, is kind of like drinking capsaicin oil. Like if you took this straight out of a tincture-ish, if you took this just and somehow was able to strain the oil all out of the pepper and then drink that, that's what's going on. Yeah. This is fucking brutal. Number one, because I wasn't expecting it. I don't know. This has got to be crossed with something else. Just a Ghost Scorpion cross, man. I don't know. And to be a mustard. I'm wondering if his Butterscotch Ghost Scorpion, the seeds this came from, that plant, if that was from last year, I'm guessing. It's gotta be, because he had the seeds already for me to get this pod this year. I'm wondering if it crossed with something else. You know what I mean? Because guys, I gotta do little bites at this and just wow. It's real earthy, dirty, gritty, sour, spongy, soapy, fucking all of it. Oh fuck, I'm determined, man. I'm not quitting till I boot or I get it done. This is not like any other mustard pod I've ever had. This is she mean, she warm. This is class A. For the birds, enjoy that one. Fucking hey, 22 minutes. I probably started eating that like 5 minutes into the video. 17 fucking minutes to get her down. So, stomach's feeling okay, right? I'm not cramping. It's starting to get a little warm now, but I feel okay. Mouth burn. Ooh, what is that? Not bad. Something just flew into my eye. The overall, yeah, I got some sweat, but it wasn't running. I am wearing a hat, that's creating some condensation, right? But the overall burn on this is like a mustard, super hot, but the type of burn you get from this, at least that I got from it, is what made it so fucking hard and challenging. I don't know, it's weird. About halfway through that pod, both ears started getting heavy. I got a lot of mucus buildup. I can now feel it pretty warm all the way across. But I think you should be able to hold this down, no problems. But that's always the goal. Guys, that thing is brutal. I honestly thought about eating 2 of those or bringing 2 out. I couldn't eat 2 of those right now. Nope. There's no way. So we talked about all the flavors, where it's burning. Lips are burning pretty good now, but mostly just throat. Guys, still burning heavy. It's got me breathing heavier now than it was right after finishing it. Never really got to panic mode. Nothing like that. But I definitely got to questionable in my mind of, can I eat this whole pepper? You know what I mean? It's different than panic mode. Panic mode for me generally occurs when it has, or when I've gotten close to what I think that would be, is generally during an afterburn, or after a really hard push, a really hard burn. I've booted, and then you're still cramping, still burning, but now your fucking nose is burning, your snot hurts, your eyes are tearing, they're burning. That's panic mode shit. This, what I was experiencing today's pod, never got there. It just got to, could I push myself to get from point A to point B, which was to start the pepper, finish the pepper, and then now at least complete what we've now done. It was a 5-minute afterburn. So it was more about the mental capacity on this pepper, because like I said, the burn, I've been burning harder and heavier while eating a pepper or multiples thereof, but I never on one single pepper, except for the Golden Reaper and maybe some Carolina Reapers some years ago, like that 3, 4, 5 years ago when I first started eating super hots, maybe experienced, can I push through that? And all of those times, except for maybe a few, you know, I'm just going off of quick memory, I didn't finish those pods. So although my tolerance should be drastically better now than it was 4 years ago, my tolerance has gone up and down over the years as well. But overall, I'm more experienced and knew what was going on here a little bit, even though it was still kind of new to know that what was going on here, the other burns not much, that if I paced myself I could get through it. Years ago you would just kind of panic and just mentally I'd give up and be like, can't do it, fuck it, you know, and be done. So wow. All right, burn's coming down a little bit, but I'm gonna go rest the belly, rest up a little bit, enjoy this burn, and then that was the OMG Ghost Scorpion from Cory Caddell, created, I don't know, accidentally, whatever, by Brian Townsend from his Butterscotch Ghost Scorpion. And now I want to try one of those Butterscotch Ghost Scorpions because I want to know why, how this looks different or burn different or what, because obviously the original grower Brian liked something about this particular seed, this variety, off of that plant to start growing it. Either the shape, the color, or the burn profile. Could be all three.